We wanted to go into the cognition, memory and learning aspect because we were looking at our practice, and obviously we're a big school with a lot of teachers, and we wanted to see what would have most impact in terms of outcomes. Really, there are two aspects to how we've implemented our time and work with the Mobilise project. There's the structural aspects, thinking about retrieval practice, opportunities to go over old ground with the children, interleaving ideas and things that they've done previously, distributing the practice of certain aspects of the curriculum. They're the structural aspects, and then also there's a sort of practice, thinking about cognitive load of what we're doing, making sure that we're not overloading the children, that they are able to access what we're asking them to, and metacognition, which is huge. So structurally, we started with maths. I'm maths leader at our school, and first thing that we did was we looked at the times tables, practice and testing of that, and rather than blocking it, we distribute it and we interleave it. So any classroom that you go into, from probably year 2 upwards, they'll be practicing different times tables each day, deliberately interleaving the different ones, and their testing will be distributed. So rather than a child doing their 2 times tables until they know it, 7 weeks, 9 weeks, 4 years, whatever, actually they will do different times tables deliberately to let them have a rest, forget about it a little bit, which is actually desirable, and then go back to it afterwards. There is a lot of evidence to say that that strengthens the storage and retrieval of that aspect. We had some success with that, so we've extended that to other areas of maths. So while we are following a mastery approach of maths, and we make sure that all the children are doing every aspect in depth, we also have brainbuster sessions where we go over it numerous times, particularly number and fractions, and we have set up a spreadsheet, and you put in your main teaching and it throws out 6, 9, 12 weeks later that aspect again. So we're regularly scheduling retrieval practice of those areas. So we're making sure that it's never addition, subtraction, right, we've done that, that's finished. It's also 6, 9 weeks later that we're doing it again, and the children have got time to forget it and then go over it again to strengthen that experience.
When I do retrieval practice, it actually really helps me.
It's basically where we go over stuff that we've already learnt to keep it in our brain so that we don't forget it, because normally we used to do it how we do one subject and then we just drop it and we don't learn it for the rest of the year. But now we're doing retrieval practice, which really helps.
It makes me feel a lot more confident.
I think it already, in the year or so that we've been doing it, has had impact, but I really see it going beyond that. I mean, we've started off with maths and times tables, and we're tentatively going into the project areas as well in terms of vocabulary and key ideas. But I see it really as being like a 3-year plan, and I think it can change the entire ethos and culture of learning generally, that we don't just do a project and close a door on it and that's it, and we don't just do an area of maths and pack it away and say, okay, addition, subtraction, that's sorted. We understand that we do need to go over it numerous times in order for it to stick throughout that year group and beyond. And if the point of teaching is that they retain key ideas over time, then it makes sense that we do know, if they did a project in year 3, that they still can remember key aspects of that in year 4, 5 and 6.